Okay, we're going to now go to item 11. Mr. Krikorian.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, I called this item special because although public comment had been satisfied in committee, there are a number of speakers here who would like to address this matter, and if it's okay, Mr. President, I'd like to ask that they be given the opportunity to present comment as well.
Okay, why don't we start off with, let's just say 10 minutes, and then we'll take it from there.
I don't know how many cards there are, Mr. President, but whatever is your is your pleasure.
Let's start that way. Okay, so Bill Prezolucky, Walt Centerfit, Deborah Roventina, Carol Centroni, and Mr. City Attorney.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a reminder to the council members that this is a fair hearing matter requiring the council members' heightened attention to the speaker at the podium or to their monitors at their desks.
And Mr. President, along those lines, there are a number of people who are exiting the chamber. I'd ask that they exit quietly so that the members of the public who are speaking can be heard, please.
Okay, why don't we wait a second, let it clear out a little bit. Because we do want to hear you all. Okay, why don't we try, Bill?
Okay, my name is Bill Prezolucky. I'm the Executive Director of Power, People Organized for Westside Renewal. On number 11, this is a small lot subdivision that would replace 9 existing RSO units, some with rents as low as $440, $575 a month. In favor of 26 small lot homes that would sell upwards of $800,000 each. And this is another example of us losing valuable and irreplaceable RSO housing stock to much higher rate development. We ask you to carefully consider the appeal, granting the appeal, and working to preserve our valuable RSO housing stock. We don't work directly with this group, so the specifics of the issue you'll hear from folks more closely related to the project, but it's clear that we need to save our RSO housing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So if I called your name, just come on up. Don't be shy. Just come on up and identify yourself. Then I'm looking for a Jen and Donna G. So it doesn't have to be in order. Guys, you're going to forfeit your time. I'm trying to get everybody up.
My name's Walt Centerfit, 2427 Michigan Avenue, LA 90033. I'm a member of the Los Angeles Tenants Union, a tenant-led all-volunteer movement across the city of tenants fighting to maintain, preserve, and defend affordable housing as well as get more of it. This is an issue where we're supporting the appeal to reject the submitted mitigated negative development and declaration and send it back for more work. The reasons are specified in the appeal very clearly about the ways in which it has not complied with CEQA. But more importantly, this is an opportunity for you to use the law to strike a blow for the larger issue of defending affordable housing and not rewarding efforts which clearly demolish without replacement and without mitigation. Use the law, even if it's a technicality, to strike a blow for housing justice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So if I can get Deborah, Carol, Jen, Donna G, Nelson Pichardo, Sylvie Shane, Brittany, Chris Seller. So just come on up, identify yourself.
Hello, my name is Nelson Pichardo. Thank you so much for letting us speak today. Thank you, Council Member Krikorian, for making this possible. Thank you so much. I represent the office of Assemblywoman Patty Lopez and District 39. Okay. I must disclose that the issue at hand, the actual geographic location, doesn't fall on District 39. However, thanks to Assemblyman Nazarian, he graciously allowed us to advocate for this group. Now, we're here because this group actually came to our office, okay? And they presented document upon document, some as much as 170 pages worth of documents expressing their frustration of how they felt the process has not been helping them in expressing their need against this project development. And they cited pages and pages of possible illegal actions, all the way down from their local city council to how they haven't been able to speak properly. And I must say, I can share their frustration. This is the third time I've had to come.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you,
Yes, sir.
and good luck today. If I could have the next speaker, please just come up and identify yourself.
Hello, my name is Deborah Roventini, and I'm in Councilman Krikorian's district. Thank you, Councilman Krikorian, for making this a special assignment today. I'm here because I live in the NoHo Arts District, and there's a lot of destruction going on. If we lose this property, we lose not only rent-stabilized housing, but we lose environment, and we lose our area has been impacted more and more and more with more and more people and housing development tearing down all the rent-controlled places. And I see who we're up against has been illegally evicting the disabled, plagiarizing, falsifying reports, suing two elderly women to grab the property. Today on my way here, I was standing on the corner and a little lady street sweeper said to me, "Oh, you smell good." Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I'm looking for Stephen Bowers, Mark Simon, Lisa Pastor, George Abrams. So I call your name, just get in line. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Donna G., and I am asking you to reject this development for 3 reasons. First of all, the project does not fit into the neighborhood. Secondly, we have questionable activities by the development company. And third of all, we have the destruction of a public street that we have been paying taxes on for over 30 years. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next. And again, Mickey Jackson and Ann. Yes, identify yourself.
Sylvie Shane. I provided a statement that is in blue. I ask that you please refer to it. It has the entirety of my CEQA argument for the failure of this project to mitigate the impact with regards to the loss of rent-stabilized and affordable housing. First of all, the environmental assessment form has misleading information. There were 3 units that, per the CEQA, LA CEQA's screening criteria would result in the net loss of existing housing units affordable to very low income households, and that would require mitigation. Furthermore, the city's contention is that the projects doesn't have significant impacts because a 35-unit apartment building could be built there by right. However, a 35-unit apartment building would then be subject to the RSO per the restrictions when a property has been LS'd. And so that would offer more mitigation than this discretionary project. There's a failure to identify cumulative impacts. There's more than 25 units within 300 feet that are being taken away.
Thank you. If I could have the next speaker come.
Thank you, council members. I'm Chris Cuellar with the LA Tenants Union. We have information that the Urban-Blox is a speculative developer that are not actually building anything. They're simply getting the entitlements and demolishing existing housing in order to cash in on selling the entitlements. This is what is causing the housing crisis, speculative development. We cannot lose any more rent-stabilized housing. RSO is gold. Please do not exacerbate the housing crisis by letting this project go through. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Carol Citroni. So here we are on Election Day, where members of this council have authored a measure to ask citizens of LA to indebt ourselves to a $2 billion bond to house and care for a small fraction of our nearly 47,000 homeless population. But how ironic, how hypocritical that here in LA, shamefully dubbed the homeless capital of the United States, we have the same legislative body continue to approve these types of projects which literally remove rent-stabilized units from our housing stock, demolish those irreplaceable and affordable RSO units, and throw those tenants out into the proverbial streets, all in order to continue the momentum towards unaffordability and more luxury housing. Shame on any of you who rubber stamp this development at the expense of the community surrounding it. Sorry?
No, I was just listening.
Oh, okay. In order to, at the expense of the community that surrounds it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Come on, George.
Yeah, George Abrahams. This developer has lied under penalty of perjury on his master land use application. He does not own or lease this land. First, his LLC is not registered in California, and real estate transactions are not valid. Second, there's a lis pendens clouding the title to one of the lots. The city should not be taking sides in a legal dispute. And if they approve this tentative tract, that's exactly what they'll be doing. They should wait until the issue has been resolved as to who is the rightful owner of that land. Further, he's filed a lawsuit to bully the owners, elderly 80-year-old people, into signing an agreement with them. And he's had his lawyers send letters to a community group threatening them with libel to retract truthful statements made about him. And this issue should be referred to the district attorney for prosecution for his lying under penalty of perjury. And this dirtbag developer certainly deserves to be prosecuted.
Okay, next, identify.
Hello, my name is Brittany Chanel. I'm an LMU graduate student, and I'm currently making a film about the affordable housing crisis here in LA, which is why I'm here. One of the things about this case that alarms me of many is the fact that the owners are in their 80s, and in a deposition they said that they don't even know who Urban-Blox is. They repeatedly said that they have never heard of Urban-Blox. They never signed an agreement to sell the property, nor have they authorized anyone to do so. I think it's interesting that today is voting day, and in Santa Monica they're voting on a proposition to where they will get a chance to vote on certain development projects, and maybe that's something that needs to happen here. Therefore, I urge the council members to side with the community and not the developers on this case. Thank you so much.
Okay, next.
Good morning, council members. My name is Jen. Councilman Cedillo, you have been an advocate for preservation of low-income housing. The proposal before you seeks to demolish existing RSO units that result in permanent loss of the city's affordable housing stock. Councilmember Krikorian, you have signed motions supporting the facts that small lot subdivisions cause damage to existing neighborhoods and do not relate well to the street. In this case, the proposal seeks to relinquish our street rather than to conform to it as a surrounding area. Councilmember Blumenfield, you have been an advocate for what you describe as key quality of life issues, including public safety, emergency preparedness, and beautification. The proposal before you reduces emergency response times to what is already reduced to less than safe, overdensifies our cul-de-sac. These findings exist in the record. Councilmember Rue, you were elected because of your adamant to support the community and respond to their needs.
Great. Thank you very much.